we're flying members of Congress and members from the Faith and Politics Institute to a 3-day event to celebrate and to see events associated with the civil rights struggle back in the 60s.
So this is our 10th Civil Rights Pilgrimage. We want to acquaint the members of Congress with the story of the civil rights movement. American Airlines has been an incredible partner in this. They were so enthusiastic about participating in this, and I know that they do a lot of work with African American community.
This commemorates the 45th anniversary of the events on Bloody Sunday, where there were civil rights leaders gave their all to help fight injustices in the world, and American, being a leader, is so proud to be part of this event, and it's important for us because we embrace diversity, we embrace diversity issues, and it's just the right thing to do from a company standpoint.
You get to hear from people that were in the Civil Rights March at the locations where they marched, and you get to feel the passion and the location both. It is a phenomenal trip. I really think every American ought to do it or get a chance to do something like this, because it really talks to you about a period of time in history that was so significant, and now the leaders of that movement are passing along.
We actually take them to the places with Congressman John Lewis, who is actually a participant in the struggles. His colleagues and Hill staffers and donors and supporters of the Institute are able to come down and actually walk in the shoes of John Lewis. He tells the story of the civil rights movement from a first-person perspective.
As a young child, I tasted the bitter fruits of segregation and racial discrimination, and I didn't like it. I would come home and ask my mother, ask my father, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, why segregation, why racial discrimination? And they would say, that's the way it is. Don't get in the way, don't get in trouble. I was deeply inspired by the action of Rosa Parks, by the words of Martin Luther King Jr., to find a way to get in the way.
In 1965, March 7th, people came across this bridge. They were actually faced with state troopers on horseback who ran them back across the bridge. And today, we're coming across the bridge with some of those same state troopers, or at least people who represent those state troopers, sitting on the side welcoming the people across.
Basically I volunteered with the African American Employee Resource Group to come down and take a part in this March on Selma. It's a historical event. We promote in blackathletes.com, also at Black in Aviation.
This is some information I'd like to take back to my kids and my grandkids. They're so young, they don't know anything about the civil rights movement and what our forefathers have done to get us this far. And so being here it's just very exciting for me.
To see it come to life and actually come past that and grow from that has really been amazing. So I had a great time this weekend.
When you hear people's story and hear what they went through, it really opened up your eyes. It has some meaning to a lot of people. So that's been very rewarding for me right there.
I have learned that many members of Congress have read about the civil rights movement, they have heard about the civil rights movement, but to come to Alabama with Congressman John Lewis and with many of the other luminaries that we have on this pilgrimage, it really takes them back in time, where it puts them in that moment where they have a clear understanding. It's not that we're reliving our past, but it's helping to inform our future for the next generation.
Without what the people in Selma did to contribute to the success of that initiative, we would never be standing here today, and black folks would never have the right to vote. So I'm just so proud of my company for taking on the role of being one of the major sponsors of this event.
Everybody sing, make it work for our voices.